I done told y'all I got 9 kids and 5 baby daddies, and I'm pregnant with my 10th.
But since there are so many new people here,
I'm going to reintroduce myself and let y'all get to know me while I deep clean this bedroom, bitch. My name is Summer. I am 40 years old. I do have 9 children, and I am pregnant with baby number 10. I have 7 girls, 2 boys, and I am pregnant with a baby boy. If you're curious to know all of my kids' names and ages, then you can go to my FAQ playlist, where I answer a bunch of your frequently asked questions. I also have 2 grandchildren. I have a 2-year-old grandson and a 2-month-old granddaughter. I had my first child when I was 18 years old, and my most recent child when I was 3 weeks from turning 39 years old. Now I'm going to have my 10th child at the age of 40. I will be 41 years old in September. My oldest 3 children are grown up and moved out, so only 6 kids currently live with me, and then we will have 7 when I have baby boy. And yes, I do have 5 fucking baby daddies. I have 1 child with baby daddy number 1, 1 child with baby daddy number 2, 2 children with baby daddy number 3, 3 children with baby daddy number 4, and I'm pregnant with my 3rd child with baby daddy number 5, who I am still with. This will be his 9th child and our 3rd child together. So he has 8 children and his 9th on the way. So together, he and I both have a total of 16 children once this baby is born. And since I get a lot of questions about his kids and where they are, I'm going to elaborate just a little bit, but I'm not going to speak much on them because it's not my place to. His oldest 3 kids are grown, just like mine. All of his kids are pretty much the same ages as mine. His oldest 3 are by 2 different baby mamas. And then he had 3 kids with baby mama number 3, who is currently in prison for the death of their child that would be 4 years old, but was 6 months old at the time. The other 2 kids of theirs live with their grandparents. He does not get to see them much, and if and when he ever does, they will not be in my videos. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. That leaves me as baby mama number 4, and he has almost 3 kids with me, bringing his total of kids to 9 and my total of kids to 10, and together 16. Do the math. 19 kids minus 3 that we have together equals 16. So for everybody freaking out thinking we got 16 kids living in our house and, oh my God, we don't know how to take care of that many kids. There's no way. How do you have time for all of them? Yada, yada, yada. Bitch, 16 kids don't fucking live here. 6 kids live here. Anyways, girl, we have been together for almost 4 years. We actually met like 18 years ago. He is the cousin of my ex, my 4th baby daddy. And if you want a backstory on that situation, then you can go to my playlist titled Get Ready With Me and Chat. And it's parts 9, 10, 11, where I talk about how I ended up with my ex's cousin. So yeah, pretty interesting story. So go check that out if you're curious. Anyway, so I raised all of my kids by myself. I have had custody of all of my kids from the time they were born until the time they grew up. If you've been following my baby daddy series, then you know that. If you don't know what my baby daddy series is, again, check my playlist. I have a playlist titled Get to Know My 5 Baby Daddies. It talks about which kids I had with which man and how our relationship was and how we broke up and how I ended up where I am today. Super fucking interesting stories there. So if you are a nosy bitch like I am, then head on over there to that playlist and start catching up because there are a lot of episodes out. I am currently...
All right, listen, I got to stop it right there. Like every time I wanted to stop this video, it just was more and more piling on. First and foremost, number 1, always, shout out to the content creator. Listen, thanks for the content, but appreciate her sharing her life. What's crazy about this video, right? Listen, the truth of the matter is, y'all can have as many kids as y'all want. That's God honest truth. I don't judge anybody from having so many kids. What I do frown upon, or place, if I was to say place any judgments, is how it affects the rest of society, right? How does it help the community in the sense of, are you taking resources from the tax dollars versus were you prepared to have all those kids? Now, if you got your own, like, who was that? Mitt Romney, right? The politician, bred it up, got hell of a crazy bag, right? Hella money. He got a lot of kids, but he's not taking from the system to be able to provide because he wanted to have a lot of kids. And again, she didn't say that, but looking at what's going on, I'm pretty sure either all 5 baby daddies are pouring into the pot of money, and she may be getting some government assistance. You see what I'm saying? With those many kids, yeah. I don't see it, man. But that's where I catch an issue at, is it not only her, right? When you look at a lot of scenarios, even especially me, right? Growing up in a black community, I seen it, especially in the early 90s. You know, a lot of single women having a lot of kids and just taking from the system that we pay taxes and pour into, right? And then it creates this cycle of the single parent household the mother raising the child. And we see now what the effects of that is. We see what the traumas of that cause. We see what the imbalance of the community is, right? And so I'm not gonna sit here and place all blame on her, right? Because here's the thing. That's why I said every time I wanted to stop the video, it was more and more, right? She said she got a whole series, basically breaking down the different situation with her all 5 baby daddies, right? But my thing is, my goodness, man, like one of the dudes was a cousin of one of the other baby daddies. So it's like, yes, at the end of the day, from my opinion, women control sex, right? Like we can only ask to be able to get in between y'all legs. Y'all still have to allow us access, right? So, but my goodness, like it's just messy, man. Like why would you, I don't know, man. It's the mentality, why would you want to create a seed when this lady already had multiple kids and it was with your cousin? You know what I'm saying? It was with your cousin, dog. I don't know what kind of game y'all running over there, but again, this ain't a new story. This is just what she's putting on the internet. We all know people in our family that's had messy situations like this. And it's just, again, y'all can live how y'all want to live, man, but when the kid, like one thing I learned was when there's a house and there's a lot of kids, it's hard when you work as well as a parent, when both parents are working, who like for not to be a guardian at the house, not to be a parent there to keep the chaos organized during the kids always listen. You see what I'm saying? Like you need an authority figure there to keep them in line. Again, not saying kids not gonna be kids and stuff like that. Now, again, I don't know her whole story. She may not be working. Again, she may be getting government assistance. She may be getting money from her baby daddy. She may be getting some money from her outside of her relationships from like her parents or something like that. She may have another source of income. She's shooting TikTok videos right now, right? So she's using that as probably as leverage to get income. Shout out to her, right? That's again, her having all those kids. That's not where my judgment is. It's just making sure that, and me understanding that I've seen and I've heard multiple stories about women having all these different kids, and there was no plan for it. Right. And so then they have to pull the resources from other people who may need it. It's like, I don't want to have to pay for your kids. Those aren't my kids. That's my issue. Right. My tax dollars, I don't want them paying for kids just because you laying up having kids. That's where I have the problem. That's just the bottom line for me. That's my line in the sand. If you decide to have kids, right, it's your responsibility to find income and pour into and pay for the lifestyle of the child that you had as the woman and the man. Don't be going looking for resources outside of what you committed to do. That's when I have a problem, right? Again, have 20 kids, but make sure you have a plan to support those kids and don't look for me as the person in the community to provide that assistance because you didn't prepare. That's where I stand. So anyway, messy, but shout out to her for posting her information out there on the internet. Listen, man, that's a lot of kids, man. And again, I know we used to do it back in the day, but people used to work on farms and it was hard. You needed a lot of kids back in the day. Listen, you didn't have a lot of resources and a lot of hands to help you do things. So I get that back in the day. But now it's like the cost of stuff, man, like I remember I was like, even recently, like daycare was like for one child, damn near $1,200 a month. That's just for daycare. We not talking about food you got to feed. You're not talking about the utility, the water bill they running up. You understand the food costs. That's just strictly, daycare. So imagine, let's say hypothetically, just for one child, that's $1,200 plus food. Like I said, utilities. Let's say they're older, right? You got sporting events for them. It starts to add up. And the way that the cost of living going up, inflation, and it's tough, man. It's tough. So I can see why a lot of people now are starting to pause on having kids. One of the reasons even for me. I'm like, wait a minute. Even I have some stuff in order, right? But listen, good luck out there, man. But 10 kids, man, listen, if you can do it, right? I ain't never knocking about it from living their dream. They want to have a big family. That's not where I take issue. Where I take issue is if you're going to do it, don't rely on other people to fund the lifestyle that you chose to commit to. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all. If y'all got any value, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video for anybody need to hear this message or see this video, man. But with that, I appreciate y'all. Much love. Peace.